Hello everybody, it's Johnny Flyer. It's been a little while, but I'm back on the bench and I've got an exciting little adventure to go on with you. This is the American Flyer number 342. It is not the AC or the DC variant. It is the one that will work on both, and you'll notice the nomenclature there. I haven't had a chance to type this one specifically. It does not appear to be the smoke and tinder variant because there is no, as you can see, nozzle there for the smoke. But it does have the reverse light in the back there. So I'm going to see if I can't crack open Doyle's and get some advice from a friend of mine and see if I can type this one. But as anybody who is a flyer enthusiast knows, this is not an inexpensive variant of this engine, and so I've been very cautious with how I proceed on this particular one. I wanted to make sure I was ready to go when I felt like I wanted to get it on the track. So I have done a little bit of testing, got some buzzing out of the tender here, which indicates that it's getting at least current, and it probably needs to get total cleanup of the E unit or the reverse mechanism, and then absolutely nothing out of the locomotive. But I don't want to push too hard on this if it hasn't been cleaned or gotten maintenance in a while. Probably best just to give it a tear down and cleanup, which is what we'll do. But as you can see, cosmetically, this is a really well maintained engine. Got this off of a good friend of mine who had a collector friend who's been sort of slowly divesting himself of trains, and I was the lucky recipient of this particular one. So my thanks to my friend for hooking me up, and I am looking forward to the teardown. So we'll do kind of some standard stuff with this one. We'll tear it all the way down. We'll give it a nice little bubble bath, so to speak, and some nice mild dish detergent soap. And we'll get, really, if you see the body itself doesn't need a whole lot of cleaning, so I think I'll probably forego the cleaning on the body and just go straight to some CRC 226, which is, for those of you who are fans of Dave's American Flyer Trains fame, he does use that pretty frequently, and I reference him a lot in my videos. So CRC 226, just to provide some protective coating here, and it's got a good luster on it already, but we want to protect that luster and keep it that way. But otherwise, this is a beautifully maintained engine, really, really nice shape cosmetically, and I'm looking forward to getting inside and just taking a look and seeing how we look here. So we'll see at the next step. Pretty standard disassembly here, and you can see it is indeed a smoke in the locomotive, and a kind of a standard E unit in the back there. You can see it does have a little light in the back here, and which lights up our little lens there. And somebody went so far as to put this reflective aluminum tape, which I used in one of my other passenger cars, with okay effect on some LEDs I'm trying to transition to, and I'm playing around a little bit with LEDs. I'll do another video on that now that I've got a little bit more time to concentrate on trains for the remainder of this year. And I don't really see a whole lot here that looks out of place. The interesting thing is this mechanism looks a lot like the ones that are in the 300 series as far as the arm that pushes the plunger. And this is a standard smoke unit, and this all looks to be fairly standard as well. And so the only difference really is our wheels here are pretty tiny. So what I'll do is I'm going to take most of this off. I have learned that unless I intend to pull wheels, do not take this main drive bar off, because then you have to kind of resync everything, and that is a pain, and I don't want to do that. Again, on the inside, the die-cast body is in great shape. I'll take a soldering iron. I'll take this this light off the front end here, but I want to do kind of some comprehensive checks of the locomotive and see if I can't determine where the problem is. But bottom line is I'll take the body, it'll get a nice bath, and we'll coat everything with CRC 226 and give it a nice cleaning and see if that gets the wheels spinning again. Looking at the bottom here, If I can do that gently, you can definitely see there's some old cake grease in there, my favorite. And we'll take that down and put a little bit of the better series of hobby grease now, and see if that doesn't do wonders for the engine. It usually does with these old locomotives. So everything looks great, and I'm very happy with where we are. We'll just do a nice deep cleaning, and that'll be the next step. All right, so teardown is now complete with the cleanup, and everything is looking really good. We put a little bit of smoke fluid in the smoke box there to give her a test, although initial indications were it was going to work for us. Gave the reverse unit a good cleaning and a kind of a rundown as CRC 226 as a electrical lubricant, and that should work really well. And did the same with all of our parts and pieces back here for the worm and the armature. No issues really presented there. And did the same with our usual scrub down of the chassis, which also got a initial shot of CRC 226. So you can tell I've already gone ahead and reattached the light to the front end of the tender here, because I neglected to take a video of the test. So I've got this kind of interesting setup here for a test run, but it will serve its purposes, I'm sure. So let's just give it a shot. Okay, well, everything's running well. Obviously, smoke is a little bit thin there. I don't know if you could tell on the video. Got a few little wisps there, but that may mean we just need to put a little bit more smoke fluid in and let it soak in good. I am hoping that it doesn't mean that I've got to do a total repack of the smoke box, because that's not a whole lot of fun. But yeah, we're gonna just let it soak a little bit and dry out. Let the CRC kind of do its thing and give a good coating. Put it all. We're gonna let it just kind of dry out overnight, and then put it all back together. And we'll give it some shots around the test track, and if that does well, we'll get it on the big one. So the big track. I'm having a crisis of, I guess, conscience, you could say. So as you might tell, this is a link coupler engine, and I am in the process of divesting all of my link coupler stuff and going to straight knuckle coupler. And so all of my engines, my locomotives and my diesels, are being converted to knuckle coupler. So understanding that the value of this thing is in its preserved state, I really want to change this over to knuckle coupler because I want to run it. But I am a little bit worried that I'm going to get some hate mail from the collectors on changing a link coupler engine by type over to a knuckle coupler. But the bigger part of me is sort of of the opinion that this is mine, and I'm going to make the change if I want to, but interested in folks' opinions as things move forward. But yeah, we'll post up another one here real soon once it's all buttoned up and it's given the run around the test track. But so far, this little engine is looking like it is just about ready to hit the track. Thanks for watching, everybody.